Welcome back. So this is the second episode of if function. So make sure you have a basic foundation of the if function in the first episode before you come here, because we are going to talk about something very complicated today. It's a next structure of the if function. All right, so let's get started. So in this task, we want to find the grade of the marks according to the marks right here, with reference to the chart right here. So we did it in last episode is using the lookup array, I suppose. But this time we want to use the if function to do the same thing here. So in order to give you a very simple idea about the net structure before we move on to very complicated equation, so let's just consider A and B grade right here first before we consider CDF in the later part. Okay. So let's get started. So type if logical test. Okay, so it's very obvious here because the marks is 90. So if the marks here in B3 is greater than or equal to 90, then we return the value of A. And if it is not, then we need to ask if this mark is greater than or equal to 80. And if yes, we return the B. Or if no, we return F. Okay, so let's try that. So if B3 is greater than or equal to 90, then we give an A. If not, then we ask the second question. So we call another if inside the if. That is what we call a net structure. So if B3 this time is greater than or equal to 80, then we will give them B. Or else we'll give them F. Okay? So we should close it and it will return A to you. Okay? So what does a net structure mean is that we have two if functions. I mean, we have an if function, which is originally one function, basically, in most of the Excel cases. But we do have one extra function inside the function. That is what we call the net structure. So this is a very simple example because we only involve two functions right here. Now we really consider the real case. We consider the whole chart right here. Okay, so we consider A to F right here. So probably we need to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 logical tests to help us to differentiate whether the people got an A, B, C, D, or E, or F grade. All right, so this is very simple. So let's have a look. It's quite simple actually, but it is quite complicated. Okay, make sure you have a very clear mind when you're doing this. All right, so logical test right here is B4. We want to ask if B4 is greater than or equal to 90. If yes, John will have A. If no, we ask the second question, is if B4 is greater than or equal to 80. All right, according to this chart, if greater than 80, here we're gonna B. If not, we need to ask again the logical test, the third logical test, if B4 is greater than or equal to 70. If yes, we need to give in C for him. If no, we ask the fourth question, if B4 is greater than or equal to 60. So if yes, we give in D. If no, ask the fifth question, if B4 is greater than or equal to 50. If yes, give an E. If no, now we don't need to ask the question again, because obviously if we ask that this is not 80, not 90, not 70, not 60, not 50, then must be 0. So this time F for the fourth result. So we need to have close OR. Is a very easy way to see how many closed blanket you have is that you see the color. So this is purple, green, purple, orange, black. So overall it's closed. Okay. So B. So when we drag it down, it will automatically assign to grateful It is quite complicated in this case, right? Because you have quite a lot of logical tests right here. So it will be much easier if you use the lookup array to do these things. But this is a way that if you only have if function in Excel and you want to use the if function to do the net structure, this is the only way that you can do to assign the grade for the people. So I hope it helps, and remember to thumb up if you find it useful, and subscribe our YouTube channel if you find it useful. And here again, thanks for watching.